taught me is that Ghanaians are looking for something very different. We, whether we like it or not, what we are doing now will happen. If we don't do it as TPP, another group of people will start something. You see, it is like social media and traditional media. When Facebook and Twitter and all of these were coming, people didn't take it serious. Those who own traditional media houses that didn't take social media serious have now been left behind. You see, this third force thing that we are talking about will definitely happen. Whether we form it or not, it is the time. It is not even by our strength. And that's why I keep telling people that nobody should take credit that, oh, Kwame Plus, I brought TPP. I did. No. It is just the time, it is the right time for this thing to happen. It will happen. People are tired. People are looking for an alternative to how Ghana has been run for 62 years. And you see, 50 years ago, come, bring it. Come, stand here. 50 years ago, JF Kennedy went to NASA. NASA is the American Space Agency. And said to them that by the end of this decade, we will land a man on the moon and bring him safely back to Earth. And it happened. 50 years ago. Some years before that, they knew what they were going to do. 50 years on, we don't know how to make computer. We cannot land a man on top of this building. And we cannot use the computer to place students in secondary school. We can't make the computer. So somebody has made the computer for us. Just use it to place students, software, simple. Just use it to place students. We can't do it. Look, something must change. When you start talking to people, they think that everybody who has started something is looking for something. Anybody who wants to approach me about TPP should first come and show respect. Let's talk. What are the issues? How can all of us help Ghana? Oh, but we are doing this. What do you think about this? Don't come with, I want to give you a job. It makes me angry. Some people in this country must decide to be poor, must decide to lose everything, family and friends, contract everything to change this country. Some people must decide to be poor. All of us can be rich. Me, I don't want 100 houses. I can't manage it. Some people, and what we have begun, we have traveled. Next week, we are going to Italy. Next month, we are going to France, Holland, Belgium. We are in Ashanti region with the executives. I began this alone. And look at the executives here. And we have many people. If we said we were going to invite everybody, this thing there was no way we were going to be able to do this. The time is now. TPP is not a political party. Everybody comes and they say, I have a party, I want to come and rule Ghana. It's not easy like that. But we are all aware that 2020 is a very crucial year. So many people have not thought of it, but 2020 is a very crucial year in the history of, will be a very crucial year in the history of Ghana. Because if Nana Addo, His Excellency the President, wins the election, he has one term. All the life that he lived, fought hard to become president. He has won one term, he has won another term. What does he have to lose? Nothing. Even this time that his people are looking for another term, this is what they have done. So when it gets to the point where they don't want another term, like they are done, Nana Addo will do everything he can, will work hard, but there are some people in his party who want to succeed him. They want to be president when he's done. So those people from 2021-22, they'll start fighting for their personal ambitions. They don't care about Ghana and whatever. Everything they'll do will be for them. Those who can't be president will also start stealing the money and building a stomach infrastructure. Because they can't be presidents or what, and they are scared that Ghana 8 years. So maybe by 2024 we will lose. So now let's start looking for our own money. If John Mahama wins the election, he can be president for only one term. By 2022, his people who want to succeed him will start coming. Those who can't succeed him will be looking for their own money because they are scared that he may. The people of Ghana must own the country. The people of Ghana must decide who they want to be president, and they have to give that person terms and conditions. And every prominent person in Ghana must witness that term and condition. That terms and conditions. Everybody must witness it. The people of Ghana must choose somebody to be president of Ghana from 2020 to 2024. If it is Nana Addo that they choose, if it is an independent candidate, if it is John Mahama, it must come with some. Look, you see, we have to bind them. Exactly. It is not about whether you are NDC or you are NPP. Apart from we have won election. What have you gotten from NPP NDC? Apart from after election, they say so the candidate for the NDC won what percent, and this one wants. I hereby declare so and so person president. Tell me what you have won apart from Nothing like that. Yes. So the people of Ghana, it's not about NDC and MPP anymore. Enough of NDC and MPP. There are good people in NDC and MPP. Now we are looking for a Ghana government. If Nana Addo, His Excellency, must be president from 2020 to 2024, all of us, we have to support it, but we have to tell Nana, your people won't help you. So now the people of Ghana, we are coming to help you. We want this and this and this. This is the first time that we, the young people of this country, have come together. And we are saying to NDC and MPP that we want to trade our votes for development. You want power. I have votes. I want to give you my vote. But I want road. I want hospital. We are exchanging our votes for development. Enough of exchanging our votes for 50 Ghana and 20 Ghana. Now we want to exchange our votes for development. So we are putting people together. We have votes. Do you want it? Yes. We want this. Why is it that in Ghana, healthcare in Accra is different from healthcare in Kumasi and different from healthcare in Paga? Are they the same human being and the same organs? Is malaria in Accra different from malaria in Navungu? Well, how come that you have big hospitals in Accra, in Kumasi, but the people of Navungu, when they are sick of malaria, they don't have the same healthcare? Go to London, Oxford, how do you call that? Cambridge. They are all in the villages. In Ghana, everything is in Accra. Our president wants to build cathedral in Accra. And me, I have never said that we shouldn't build cathedral. If you want to build a house for God, it's fine. Because the fact of the matter is that, look, whether you like it or not, religion is good. I don't go to church because I want to die and go to heaven. When I die, I die. We go to church so that we can bring people up in a certain way. Moral upbringing, some moral upbringing for the young people to grow up in a certain way. So church is very important, and I support people who are doing God's work, because if there are many churches everywhere and everybody is listening to what the pastor says, if there are many mosques everywhere and everybody is listening to what the imam is preaching, when we to reduce the budget that we give to police. So church is economics. It's part of economics. Yes. If everybody is listening to the imam, who will go and steal? Have you ever heard any mosque that they have put a speaker on top of it and say, Allah Akbar, today when we close, everybody go and steal? Have you heard some before? No. Go and fight. No. No church is preaching that. So if we have many churches and we are encouraging people to listen to what the pastor is preaching or the imam is preaching, and we are practicing it, it will reduce the budget that government spends on police. It will reduce how much money we spend on courts. It will reduce how much money we spend on prisons so that we can build schools. But You want to build a church? It looks like God lives at Ridge. That's the only place you can build a church. When all of us know that, when you build a church, that the cathedral outside Accra, that area will develop quickly. It will serve as a catalyst to develop the area. So nobody is against this government. Nobody is against any government. We are only looking for common sense approach to issues that affect our very life. And the young people of this country, look, yesterday I did a live video. I said, young man, don't fight another young man. If God gives us life, 20 years I'll meet you. 20 years I'll meet this man. Why are we fighting amongst ourselves for some old people who are in their 70s and 80s? Who are going there, they are finished, they have everything they want to do, they have done it, they are going. And young people come together. When they went to Ayawaso to go and vote and people were shot in the leg and all, did you see any minister's child there? When they were at Independence Square running up and down looking for school placement, did you see any minister's child there? They have their placement already. So young people must start thinking in this country called Ghana, MPP. It is a trick for people to build empires for their generations. People must start demanding their what will make their very lives better. People must start demanding, do you have roads? How much is the school that John Mahama was building? They say one E block was about, they did some calculation. Sorry. So when you do the calculation, it means that the 200 million they wanted to use to build a cathedral could build 12 schools in every region. $200 million could build 12 schools. So why can't we build enough schools? Where in this world in 2019 do people, some go to school, some they vacate, another one go? You see, the idea is good. It's a very good idea. People must be educated. However, the money that is going waste in the system can be used to build the system to support this fantastic free SHS idea. Anybody who says free SHS is not a good idea, I don't know how the person thinks. It's a very good idea. However, it is going to be the reason why MPP will lose many votes because it has not been handled properly. And these are the things that we are saying to the government. Nobody hates anybody. But what I'll say to you today is that we have begun something that Kwame Nkrumah didn't begin on this level. We are here in a small room in Kumasi and we are talking about TPP and people are watching us from China and India and everywhere. If Kwame Nkrumah had WhatsApp, just WhatsApp to form groups, to organize people. If Kwame Nkrumah had WhatsApp, he would have defeated Europe. And we have all of these. We have to take advantage of it to change the country called Ghana. Some people must sacrifice. Some people. And you see, the sacrifice that we make, Ghana is big. Ghana is rich. There is enough for all of us to share. There is enough for all of us to share. Ghana is very rich. God has blessed us with fresh water and fertile soil. God has blessed us with so many things that no child in Ghana must go to bed hungry. The other day I heard that they said the president had traveled to go and to some conference on hunger or something. Look, come back and come and plant food. What is hunger? Isn't it eating food? Come back and go. And they said that African leaders went and met at one place to go and learn how to stop hunger. I say, hey, are you people going crazy? Put maize in the soil. That is how to end hunger. Put maize in the soil. Look, even if we are stupid and we don't know how to do anything, let's take tractor and plow from here to Konongo. There's plenty land there. And carry all the school kids in Kumasi and say, go and throw maize away. When it rains, Ghana will export maize. Just throw it away. Throw the maize away. Don't even plant it line. God will put rain and that maize. It will come plenty. You can export some. So why are we hungry? God has blessed us with enough. And we have social media to be able to tell our leaders that we are not fighting TPP. Anybody who likes, but we are going to be enemies of people who are enemies of this country, because people have suffered too much. And instead of the young people listening, they come and attack and they come and so on. But I began something in my room. Let me tell you about me. I came to Accra I went to Accra from the village. I was sitting down playing dummy with my boys in Gumwa Sebu. And then I got up, I took my bag, and said, look, me, I'm going to Accra. And I never went back. So me, I'm a village boy. This village boy has lived in Accra. When I say something on my Facebook, it's news. We run the news from the village. So don't sit down and think about what Kwame Plus can do or cannot do. Think about what you can do for yourself. Because I began this. This is where we are today. And with where we have gotten today, where this village boy has been able to move this thing to, with the support that you have given, we are not going back. We are at a point where we cannot go back. We cannot disappoint people. Don't worry about the people who come and talk. People are talking about me. I can tell you for a fact, I never believed that one day in my life, people will talk about me. And me from where? You understand? Me. They talk about me like they sit on radio and discuss me. Oh, when I see people insulting me on Facebook, I get so happy. Like, hey, so they know me. Someone say, oh, you are a failed musician. I say, hey, he knows I'm a musician. Hey, I've done well. Yes. This is where we are. And we are going for the very top. We are going to use this as an example for the young people who are growing up, that you can achieve whatever you set your eyes to, and there is an opportunity for every willing heart. So long as there is a willing heart, there is a door that will open. We are taking this thing and we are going to take them by surprise. You see these small meetings that we are organizing? It is everything. Kwame Nkrumah built everything for Ghana. He organized people in the Gold Coast to fight for independence. He didn't have radio. He didn't have TV. He didn't have internet. He didn't have WhatsApp, no Facebook. But Kwame Nkrumah was able to send a certain message to the four corners of Ghana for everybody to support his agenda. Today we have all of this. We cannot fight for street lights, young people. We cannot demand street light from our leaders. The same people who steal from us, who have abused us, who have humiliated us for years, are the same people we say honorable. I don't respect them. Yeah, I see you. Like, look, like, you see, it's not good. But me, sometimes I sit down in front of my mirror and say, look, you sit down here and let me talk to myself. You need advice. Because sometimes I get so angry. And I have never heard in the history of this country called Ghana that Ashantis and Ewes ever fought. Never. It has never happened. This is the only region, Ashanti, where you have Awaraga, Fanti Newtown, Dagomba line, Fafra line. Ashanti people accept everybody. Go to Menchia, everybody's chief is there. Ashantis are welcoming. They accept everybody. See, people say Ashantis, they are omuyehuhu. Hey, if every Ghanaian was like Ashantis, like Ghana, we will have patriotic people. Have you ever seen people planting yam in Ashanti region before? No. But when you bring the yam here, they call it Ashanti Baye. Yeah, they are taking it. Yeah, they are proud of what they have. They own it. Have you ever seen? Do you think Kente belongs to Ashantis? It came from Volta region. They own it. Ghanaians don't believe in, they are not patriotic. And Ashantis, they are proud of who they are. And that is what every Ghanaian must be. You must be a proud Ghanaian. So me, when I see Ashanti people, I love them. Because, look, something that, Kotoko, they don't know how to play any ball. Fans, they will give, you see, But in Ghana, apart from what the Ashantis have been able to do, look, in today's world, it's very difficult to promote culture. All this technology, but look at what Otumfuo can do. Culture. But NDC and NPP have made it look like Ashantis and West are enemies. Ashantis and Northerners, they're enemies. Because their strategy is very simple. Dividing anybody traveling on Kumasi passport before. Or a Paga passport. Everybody is traveling with one Ghanaian passport. When you travel and see somebody who looks like a Ghanaian, you don't ask them, are you Frafra? Or are you Dagumba? Or are you Ewe? That's like, we are Ghana and me. It's one. And that's why TPP is pushing for a one Ghana government. One. NDC and NPP, there are two people here. One is here, one is here. And NDC know that their common enemy is NPP. And NPP knows that their common enemy is NDC. So they are united in fighting against each other. But they are not united. Because their common enemy is that they all come together to fight it. If you like, let's collapse NDC or NPP today. NPP will fight amongst themselves. That is when they will know the divisions. And a typical example is South Sudan. They were united fighting the North. For years they wanted independence. When they gave them independence and they became a country, then they realized that we are different ethnic groups. So they are not united. And we must not allow them who are not united, who are pretending to be united, that minority to rule the majority. For the first time in the history of Ghana, the majority must unite. The only problem is that the minority is united and ruling the majority. And we at TPP are trying to unite the majority. They will come up with issues. Oh, this person, oh, Kwame Plus, hey, they gave him contract. That time he was not talking. I said, oh, these people, they are not even smart. When I did Miss Rosso and Amike Kenya, that was 19 years ago. When I released Miss Rosso and Amike Kenya, 19 years ago. I did, your friend saying, Ajigon, Yatuewie, Enyajo, assembly, that's 12 years ago. This is how Kwame Plus has always been. When I had a contract with Boss, I told them that your deputy chief of staff, they are corrupt. And they took their contract from me because I was talking too much. Then they turn around and say, when you had a contract, he was not talking. What kind of human beings are this? The man is talking, you are taking because he's talking too much. And then you turn around and say, when you had the contract, he was not talking. So you see, this NDC NPP thing is a trick. It's a scam. If any malam, if any prophet, Ghana, they say they have prophets, they have been casting out evil. And the prophets are not being fair. Sure. You are casting out evil, and you are not being fair. Sure. Evil is evil. If you can cast out evil, why do you still have NDC NPP in the country? You are casting some evil and leaving some evil. Evil is evil. Sure. If anybody can cast away anything from Ghana, it has to be NDC and NPP. People who don't get orgasm, it's NDC and NPP.
Orgasm.
Yes. When people eat, they don't get satisfied, it's NDC and NPP. People, when they walk, they have been going straight, it's NDC and NPP. Like, everything in this country is NDC and NPP. Look, we must make history. With the technology that we have, we must be able to make history. We must fight for an independence from NDC and NPP. We do not want Kwame Nkrumah was fighting for independence for this whole Ghana from the British. They didn't shoot one person. We will not shoot anybody. We will not fight with anybody. When we say fight, we are not going to. When you go and fight, I won't come. We are not going to have guns. You don't even have guns. But we are going to resist the oppressors' rule. The people have oppressed us for a very long time. And the people who gave us the national anthem knew that these guys will oppress us. And they said we should resist it with all our will and all our might. They told us in the national anthem that we must resist it. And we are going to resist it. Every young person in this country must rise up. We are not anti-NDC or pro-NPP or whatever. We just want to trade our votes for development. Who wants to develop this country for us? Is it an independent candidate? Yes. Look, they have this mentality, and this is how I'm ending. They have this mentality that, 8 years, and then suddenly they will be the 8 years. 2020, let's take the election to a second round.
Piao.
If the election enters a second round in 2020, NDC people will learn sense. Once the election enters a second round, and they know that, hey, for the first time in the history of this Fourth Republic, somebody has been president for one term, and the election has gone into a second round, they will come back to the people. We will make a decision. They will come back to the people, and we will make a decision. And look, let's find an independent candidate and give the person 1 million or more votes. And I'm telling you that we will get more than the 1 million we are looking for.
Sure.
Let's find an independent candidate and give that person that vote so that we will move the election to a second round. The people, maybe cry before you know the independent candidate will win. So we have to find a very competent person. Yes. Yes. We are looking for, if the independent candidate wins, hallelujah, then the person can select ministers, and from NDCO, MPP, it is a one Ghana government. Enough of NDC government, MPP government. So if you are a sensible person, you are not part of NDC, MPP, you can't help develop the country. It looks like some huge job, but me, I keep telling people, I have seen God. I know the end of TPP. I know that this thing that we are doing, it is going somewhere.
Of course.
People say that, are you not afraid of that? Anybody who will try will rather make it popular. You think the NDC people, they don't know about TPP. They know, they are quiet. Say if you touch those people, it will escalate. Don't touch them. Let them. Anywhere they pass is good for us. If they arrest Kwame Plus, I've tried that, they don't arrest me. I don't know why. That is the news. We are looking for news. If they don't do, I'm free and I'm pushing it. So now they are confused. They don't know what to do. Yeah, we are not going to disappoint anybody. We will not disappoint anybody. And I'm making it clear to everybody that the only people who have the opportunity to run this country are people who want to come and talk to the people of Ghana about development and how to move this country forward. Not people who come and say, oh, you better contract. I feel so insulted. I hear it every day. I feel so insulted. Like every human being in Ghana who is talking is looking for something. Me, I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something. I want them to write our names in the history book. Sure. They must write our names in the history book that we were the ones who fought for a 20-year development plan for Ghana. Sure. That gave Ghana a clear sense of direction. They must write our names in the history book that we were the ones who ended ex gratia in Ghana. Yes. Because the people are not being fair. How can everybody in Ghana live, work, retire once in 40 years? Some retire once in 35 years. But people go to parliament, and all of you go and support them. Hey, honorable, be following them. Brass band, they play, they win election. No, they get $100,000. They say it's a loan to go and buy a car. When did your mother get that loan? When did your father get that loan? 4 years, they say, I finished my job. Pay me. They give them 3 billion. Go and chop it as gratia. The next morning, they swear them in, they start again. Hey! And everybody in this country is following them. We have to go down in history as the people who brought an end to that. We have to go down in history as the people who made it clear how many ministers any government can have. A government has Minister of Environment, Minister of Mines, Minister of Sanitation. Is there sanitation and the mines not in the environment? And they have deputy ministers, some 2 and 3, and they have chief directors at the ministry. How can you get people to farm? Why won't you go outside Ghana to go and learn how to end hunger? Because everybody is sitting at the ministry. A government has Minister for Roads, Minister for Transport. Minister for Transport, Railways, Aviation,
Highways and Highways.
And they have deputy ministers. And the people are following them. So we have to go down in history as the people who ended that. We have to go down. Man, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for anybody who can go and say, hey, let's find something for him. Hey, you want to find something for me? Hey, me, I'm so expensive. You want to find something for me? Can you pay? When they come to you and they come and give you 20 grand, do you know what they get? They give you free SHS. We are giving them free SHS. People are getting billions of dollars deal. You cannot give me Kwame Plus 1 million and you go and take 1 billion. And you think, me, a guy. Yeah. And I want all the young people to know that. I was speaking with Shatawale. Shatta said, Charlie, plus. Anybody who will call me in 2020 that I should come and do campaign, I should come and perform, I will give them prize and know the campaign. Yes. Because we all know what they are using. They are just using us. And look, forget about me Ashanti, me forget. Young people must forget about that. Ashantis and Ewes are not enemies. This NDC and people that brought that in. Ashantis and Northerners are not enemies. Ashantis and Fantis are not enemies. Ashantis have accepted everybody in this region. We should forget about NDC and PP. Anybody who tells you that NDC and PP will rule Ghana forever, it's not true. Something will happen in 2020 for all of us to see. Something will happen in 2020. We will teach these people a lesson. They will learn the hard way and they will change. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
TPP.
Us by us.
Wow. I think, how would we describe it? Is it motivational, inspiring? Well, just all inclusive. All inclusive. Yeah.
That means you can call a double track.
Okay. Yes. Thank you very much, Senior, for this such a very wonderful presentation. We are getting somewhere. I think everybody present, or anyone here today, I said that, you know, our previous meetings, it was like a hearsay. Now, the reality is dawning on us. Whatever we have heard, I think we'll base on that. Maybe there are few questions that individually we may like to ask. So, without wasting much time, our time is also there, so we'll give ourselves a brief time to ask some few questions. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Patrick Garrison, Malaysia North Coordinator. My question
North Coordinator for what?
for TPP.
Thank you very much.
My question is simple. We've been talking about getting the votes, getting the numbers so that the election will go the second round. So my question is, if you go second round, and let's assume, because this probability is okay, let's assume NDC and NPP, upon giving them our request, and then they think that they cannot meet, so they both become one because they are one, we all know that. Then they say, okay, we are not going to TPP. And then they say, after all, if you don't go to them for their condition, we are still going to stand for the final election. What come about? I mean, what?
You see, we don't even care about them. If we are able to push that election to a second round, that is an achievement on this one, because they don't ever believe that anything like that can happen. We are focused on pushing that election. Either an independent candidate wins, or we are going to push it into a second round. And NDC MPP, I can tell you for a fact, sure. When they see that they are losing the election, they will be so desperate. When you say jump, they will fly.
Okay. Yes.
Anyone else?
Any question? Yes.
I'm Omar Ibrahim, rep for Bantama constituency, TPP. I love you very much, and I've been following you for a while now. I can even die for you. Because I love my country, Ghana. But this is the case. We need you, Ghana need you. So how are you going to ensure security for yourself and we, the executive as well, and the TPP members? Thank you.